They like.
What's up, y'all? This is Relly, y'all, back with another video. Yes, sir. And today, let's talk Hawks because it's time for us to try to turn it around for the Atlanta Hawks. And first thing first, we must understand and realize who we are building the team around. And that is a very, very important step, right? And also, I'm going to throw this in there before I even start. I know y'all might like y'all coach, but would y'all be willing to think about or consider Mike D'Antoni for this roster? If not, we can just leave it there. But back to the subject at hand, we got to understand that, of course, Trae Young, John Collins, and Clint Capella is locks. They are locks on the Atlanta Hawks. There's no moving them. There's no trading them. We're building the team around these players, right? The tradable assets, and before I say this, the tradable assets does not mean we're trading them right off the bat. We just recognize these are the most likely players to be traded who have some legitimate value. Let that be because their contract is right or they're just young. And the tradable assets would be Kevin Huerter, DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Dwayne Dedmon. And then the players that we just have to let go simply, and that's Jeff Teague. Jeff Teague, I like Jeff Teague, but for this system right here, we got to let him go. I believe Jeff Teague is going to ask for a little bit too much money than what he really should be asking for in terms of the Atlanta Hawks. And because of that, we have to let Jeff Teague go. The second step is the draft, right? I've given y'all two options because honestly, I think y'all deserve options right now, right? The first option is the guaranteed, the lock option, the option that I know a lot of y'all like. Y'all have the 6th pick, draft Devin Vassell, right? Draft a player you know is a 3-and-D and who can potentially complement your roster right now. Option 2 is the Relly option. The Relly option is y'all trade y'all 6th pick, Dwayne Dedmon and Kevin Huerter, to the Pelicans for Jrue Holiday in the 13th pick. And you say, why? Because y'all are getting an already established 3-and-D guy in Jrue Holiday. He can score the ball, he can play defense, and he can complement young talent, which y'all have. And Jrue Holiday is a great player. He's an all-star level player, and he knows what his role is. He's not going to try to be better than Trae Young. He's going to try to complement Trae Young because he understands his role. He understands what he has to do in order to be the best version of himself in order to win for the team. And you say, who would I draft with that 13th pick then? I would draft Patrick Williams. I would get a defensive small forward for the Atlanta Hawks because y'all need more defense. Y'all need more defense and y'all get a younger defensive player. Yes, he needs some work offensively, but I think with Atlanta Hawks, y'all give him a lot of leeway just because of how good y'all are offensively, and just building up on those young defensive players like Patrick Williams only establishes y'all as a better playoff potential team. Third step, free agency. You say, who do y'all get in free agency? Who do I think y'all should get in free agency? The two players I believe y'all should get, right? Like, no way around that. And y'all can say y'all want other players, and I'm fine with that. But the two players I believe Atlanta Hawks should really try to aggressively try to get is Gallinari. Gallinari and DJ Augustin. You say why? Because I feel like y'all need another veteran point guard on the bench, which DJ Augustin gives. And you get Gallinari, who is a player who understands how to get rugged, how to play hard. He can play the small forward, he can play the power forward, and he can shoot the ball, and he plays and complements the system y'all already have established. And you can pin him as a starter, you can pin him on the bench, you can do whatever because he just complements both of those roles perfectly. And he's another player just like Jrue Holiday that understands his role, understands how to play with young talent, and understands what he has to do to make himself the best version of himself for the team to win. And I think that is what y'all need. Y'all need players who's ready to play with the team concept. And I think the team concept right here is understand that Trae Young, John Collins, and Clint Capella is the foundation of the Atlanta Hawks. Now the fourth step is realizing who is the starting lineup and who's the bench now, right? And this starting lineup and bench can be interchangeable, and I realized that because I was switching who's in the starter, who's in the bench, who's small forward, who's power forward, because a lot of these players I have now can actually play multiple positions, and they understand that they can play starting minutes, they can play bench minutes very, very effectively, and I think that's really great now for y'all. And so for me, the starting lineup would be Trae Young at the point guard, Jrue Holiday at the 2, then you have Cam Reddish starting at the small forward, and John Collins at the power forward, and Clint Capella as the starting center, right? Now the bench would be DJ Augustin as the bench point guard, DeAndre Hunter as the bench shooting guard, Patrick Williams as the bench small forward, and then Gallinari as the bench power forward, while having Bruno Fernando as the bench bench center, right? And I think that really complements the team. I feel like with the bench, I have some veterans in DJ Augustin and Gallinari that will help the young players in Cam Reddish and DeAndre Hunter and Patrick Williams play very, very effectively. And the reason I said DeAndre Hunter is because I was in between, like, if I want to start him or if I want to start Cam. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of those players I'm saying is only because those are the players I'm talking about when I say you can change them up how y'all feel fit. And even with Gallinari, honestly, I had him originally as a starting small forward, and I put Patrick Williams down at the small forward, and then I was deciding who I wanted at a power forward. And that's the type of things y'all can do, because now if you get those two type of players, those two type of veteran players, you can do whatever you want. Like even with Trae Young, you can even sometimes put him at the shooting guard, have Drew Holiday start at the point guard, and just have Trae Young run off the ball, and it's all effective because that's the type of weapons y'all will have now. So down in the comments below, let me know how y'all feel about this. Do y'all feel like y'all should draft a different player? Do you feel like your starting and bench should be different? Let me know down in the comments, what would you change? What do you like? What you don't like? I want to hear from y'all how y'all feel. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content, because we are on the 1K grind, and with y'all, I know I can get there. So with that being said, Ghost.
Motivated all about cash flow, ran it up and ran out of excuses. In the field and we turned into hoopers. For the clip like bonds we shoot, just like some soldiers we trooping.